This is Regis Program, and you're tuning into True School Sports.
It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, we know that roughly not too long from the time that this video is coming out, that this video is dropped, that Shakur Stevenson will be making a very, very interesting title defense against none other than Brazil's very own Robson Conceicao, one of the top 130 pounders in the world, a guy that I thought beat Oscar Valdez. I really look at this fight as a fight of greater importance than the Oscar Valdez fight, but it's not going to have that same buzz because Conceicao isn't as big of a name, and he lost on paper. But to me, I'm looking at it as like a fight to where we can see Shakur Stevenson finally fight a guy. In my opinion, this is probably the first like real elite technical boxer he's fought, because most of the guys he's fought either aren't elite technical boxers or they're just like pressure fighters like, Oscar Valdez and things like that. So with that being said, and with that being established here on True School Sports, shout out to the boxing boys. Shakur Stevenson was on there recently talking with the fine folks over there, Ness, Ringwalk, Danny, good people. And basically, he was talking about pretty much how much longer does he have at 135, 130, I should say. How much does he have left at 130? And when will he make the move to 135? And to that, Shakur Stevenson stated the following, and I quote, "It all depends on the weight cut at the end of the day." He then went on and said, I done did some amazing things at 130 already. My last two fights, to be specific, I done put on shows, and I done did a lot at the weight. So if I struggle with the weight cut and it be hard on me, I think I'm going up to 135. Tell them boys to get ready. Tell Devin Haney. Tell Devin Haney. Tell Devin Haney. Tell whomever is at 135 to get ready, because the creme de la creme, best fighter around these weights, the big dog, the big pit bull, the real pit bull, the best, most talented, smartest, future pound for pound king of the sport. I think he's gonna be there at some point. Shakur Stevenson is going to get 135 very, very soon. Now, obviously, we cannot overlook Robson Conceicao. I cannot emphasize that enough. Robson Conceicao is a top-quality fighter. He is, a former gold medalist. He did, in my opinion, beat Oscar Valdez. So, to me, Shakur Stevenson still has a lot to prove, because I look at this as the first real elite boxer he's ever fought. So, let's see how he does with an elite boxer with deep image pedigree like Robson Conceicao. He ain't fought nobody like that. He ain't fought nobody with those kind of credentials. So let's see how he does. But should he get past Robson Conceicao like people are expecting him to? The only real fights left him from 35 are either against Joe Cordina or Hector Luis Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And if he's struggling to make the weight, I don't know if he's going to kill himself to make the weight to fight those kind of guys. So I think a move to 135 would make sense, because you got to also look at the fact that Devin Haney's fighting George Kambosos on October 15th. Now, he's got to get past George Kambosos, because the reality is this. George Kambosos Jr. is a proud man, and you can't sit there and think that he's going to perform as bad as he did in the first fight. You have to give him the benefit of the doubt that with him being such a prideful guy, that he's going to come determined to win. So Devin Haney can't have a letdown. He can't screw up. But if both these guys do what they're supposed to do, I'm telling y'all straight away right now, I don't see why we can't get Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson by the end of 2023. That to me, at that point, you both these guys win these fights, their resumes increase. You get Shakur Stevenson maybe a fight, one really solid fight at 135, and then I think Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson would be a great fight for Top Rank to look into for late 2023. I don't see why not. These two guys are, when we talk about the young American fighters, these two are like the two best fighters that this country has to offer, straight up. And not just this country, but boxing in general, truth be told. So I really feel like this is a great thing, because Shakur Stevenson, he's done great things. He's won a silver medal for the country, or not win, because you can't win a silver medal because you lost. So he was awarded a silver medal for the United States in the Olympics. Silver medalist, creme de la creme amateur, a world champion at 126. A world champion at 130, and now 135 to me is really would be the first real weight class where you look at Shakur Stevenson finally being in a glamour division. I mean, featherweight is one of the original 8 weight classes, but being the lightweight champion or a lightweight champion just holds more precedence over being a featherweight champion or super featherweight champion. So I'm loving what I'm hearing from Shakur. You know, I want to continue to see him grow because there's still this narrative from people. I don't know why people keep saying this, but people that hate Shakur Stevenson say that he's boring and that he can't punch and all this bullshit and all these narratives. And I think Oscar Valdez and Jamel Herring may disagree with you. Go ask them if Shakur Stevenson can punch. Go ask them what kind of success they had when they ran up on Shakur Stevenson. You know, I like Robson Conceicao, but let him run up on Shakur Stevenson the wrong way and watch what may happen to him, you know, because we saw what happened towards the back half of the fight with Valdez. You know, he did, you know, run out of gas and he had to grind out the last part of that fight. So with that being said, Shakur Stevenson's that guy. He really is that guy when it comes to skills. I think he's got the right mindset for the sport because this is a fighter in Shakur Stevenson that said on many occasions like he doesn't get too caught up in like the social media aspect of boxing and the things like that. He feels like, you know, when you're a great fighter, you know, and you just win your fights and you show that you're a top shelf creme de la creme fighter, you know, the rest takes care of itself and you become a superstar organically. And I feel like that's what he's doing. He maybe doesn't have the fanfare right now of a Devin Haney because he's not undisputed, or maybe he doesn't have the fanfare of a Teofimo Lopez or Ryan Garcia. But one thing Shakur Stevenson has going for him is that he is probably the most skilled fighter around his weight class. And with every fight, more and more people are starting to figure out who this young kid from Newark, New Jersey is in Shakur Stevenson. Listen, I've always believed in Shakur, going all the way back to when I first met him before he even competed in the Olympics. I met Shakur Stevenson April in 2016, April 2016 at the Barclays Center after the Algieri Spence fight in the press room, and I knew right then and there he had the mindset to go really, really far in boxing. And so far, I've been absolutely proven true, and I believe I'll continue to be proven true. So yeah, that's the news. Shakur Stevenson putting the lightweight division on notice. He's warning everybody. So tell your favorite fighters at 135. When Shakur Stevenson makes that move, sooner rather than later, don't put your skirt on and run up to 140. Stay at 35 so Shakur Stevenson can show you what he's about because he's coming. So leave your comments down below. We'll definitely be talking about Shakur versus Conceicao as it gets closer. But yeah, leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
And I think True School Sports, he's the truth. One of the best the best.
Ooh, the number one.
Number one.
Brandon, you've been there, man, and you're building up a good following with us.
Thank you.
And I'm proud to be a part of what you're doing, too. You are spectacular. And
you know,
thank you, man. All the best to True School Boxing and keep up the good work.